Steam just released some of their numbers when it comes to new games, old games, and the most played games. What's interesting about this is that a lot of the games that are being played are Xbox Game Studio games that are on Game Pass. Let's get into why Xbox has completely dominated the PC platform and also go into the numbers of what Valve is reporting. There's a lot to cover here, so let's just get right into it. Hey, what's up everyone? Thanks for stopping by and checking out the video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support is greatly appreciated. And if you want to be notified on future content, hit that small little bell icon. And if you want to go that extra mile to support the channel, hit that join button. All right, enough of that. Let's get into these brand new numbers when it comes to Steam and their PC games that came out in 2021. And these are true numbers coming in and not Xbox or PlayStation reporting these. So it's pretty much the entire Steam platform just reporting their top games of the year for 2021. There's a lot to cover here, so let's just get right into this. Here's what's being said by Valve in the article reporting all of this. As 2021 draws to a close, Valve has published Steam's annual best of lists, revealing this year's top sellers, top new releases, most played games, and more. Valve's data shows that many of Steam's most popular games on any given day, including nearly decade-old titles like Counter-Strike Global Offensive and Grand Theft Auto 5, continue to outsell and be played more than newcomers to the PC platform. Each list from Valve's end-of-year wrap-up contains a handful of games with their orders randomly listed, so it's not clear which individual game was the best-selling or most played in a particular category. Games in the Platinum tier are in the top 12, with Gold tier games accounting for ranks 13 to 24, Silver games are ranks 25 through 40, and Bronze tier games account for ranks 41 to 100. These lists come from internal Valve data starting on January 1st, 2021 and ending December 15th, 2021. Okay, so now that we have an understanding of what type of numbers are being reported, like the article mentions, we have to look at these as categories. Basically, the top played or sold games are in their tiers. Much like a ranked game has platinum or gold ranks, this is exactly what's happening here with these numbers. And the first category I want to go into has to be the new games, because Xbox has completely dominated that aspect when it comes to new games. And how could they not? They brought out the most new games this entire year. That publishing party in Xbox was really killing it. Here's the new games category according to Steam. There are a few first-time winners on the list as well. New games like Battlefield 2042, New World, and Valheim all grace the list. Apex Legends is also notable, as it's a non-2021 game that made its Steam debut late last year. New releases is another interesting category, highlighting the top 25 new games of the year. The Platinum tier 2021 top new releases in a random order provided by Valve: Age of Empires 4, Back 4 Blood, Forza Horizon 5, Outriders, Valheim, Halo Infinite, Resident Evil Village, Battlefield 2042, New World, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Naraka Blade Point, Farming Simulator 22. Okay, so the first thing I have to point out from this list is the fact that 5 of the games in this top new releases for the year were on Xbox Game Pass. Not just Game Pass for PC, I'm talking about Game Pass for the Xbox consoles also and PC. Games like Outriders didn't release on PC Game Pass when it first released. It was a console-only release for Game Pass, yet it's still in the Platinum tier of the 2021 top new releases. And the other game that's even more shocking is Back 4 Blood, which again was a Game Pass platform-wide release. That means it was on PC and console day and date and is actually still in the top sold for Steam. I know a lot of people criticize that game a lot, but it's honestly very successful and has over 6 million people playing it. A lot of those came from Game Pass, but as you can see on this list, it's also one of the top sellers in the Steam platform. I bring this up because a lot of people kept saying that Game Pass is going to hurt game sales and that people won't quote unquote support the developers. Now we all know that's just a dumb narrative, and we also know that time and time again, Game Pass actually helps people play more games and buy more games. Having 5 of the top 12 new games on the Platinum list for Steam, even though they were on Game Pass, shows this. But now let's talk about games like Age of Empires 4, Forza Horizon 5, and of course, Halo Infinite being in the top tier of new games sold on Steam. This is obviously a massive, and I mean massive, success for Microsoft and Xbox because those were the top 3 games they released this year. I know most people will point to Psychonauts 2 or Flight Simulator, but for me, those 3 games were the top tier games that they brought out, especially when you look at racing, shooting, and strategy games. I always knew that Age of Empires 4 was going to sell very well. Strategy games are very scarce, and people are starving for them. Yet I didn't think it would sell this well when it's one of the top new games sold on Steam. Another thing I have to bring up is the fact every single one of these games sold towards the end of the year. So Halo, Forza, and Age didn't come out in the summer or the spring. No, they came out at the end of October and into November and December. Halo Infinite had 2 weeks, if not less, to reach the top new games sold of the year. And Forza had 1 month, and Age of Empires 4 had a little over than a month and a half to get the sales that they did. This has to be one of the most impressive outings we've seen from publishing, especially when you look at Xbox games that have come to PC. But now let's talk about the most played games on Steam. Here's what's said. Finally, we'll look at the most played games on Steam, which is broken into multiple categories by concurrent players. Here are the 2021 games that cracked 200,000 concurrent players randomly ordered by Valve. Counter-Strike Global Offensive, New World, Dota 2, Valheim, PUBG Battlegrounds, Apex Legends, Halo Infinite, Rust, Cyberpunk 2077, and Grand Theft Auto 5. We all know that CSGO GTA 5 was going to be on this list. Along with Apex Legends, they're all great games. CSGO and Apex Legends are games I still play to this day. But do you notice that Halo Infinite is right on that list with all of these other games? The only new games I can see in this list is New World and Valheim. Cyberpunk is a year old and others are well-established titles. Yet Halo Infinite again is a game that was only out for a month multiplayer-wise and yet still is one of the most played games on Steam and had over 200,000 concurrent players. And we all know that those numbers were insane when the multiplayer launched. It's good to see that it continued here. With all of these top-selling games and Halo being one of the top-played games of the year shows one thing. Xbox is completely attacking the PC platform harder than any publisher I've ever seen. I say this because we all know that Phil Spencer and Xbox have said multiple times they want a much bigger presence in the PC gaming platform. And from what we've seen in 2021 and what we've seen with these new Steam numbers, it's obviously working. Gamers are truly playing these exclusive Xbox games even though they're on Game Pass. That's something I don't think people truly realize. Most people love to build their game libraries on the platforms they love to play on. So when Xbox releases their games on Steam, people will buy them there. When people buy their games on Xbox, it's because they want to buy them there. It's why I'm on an Xbox, because I can take my collection of games onto my PC and onto my Xbox Series X console. I also have my Steam library, which I love to build too. It's great to see that Xbox has truly taken the PC gaming platform by storm and will continue to do so even more in 2022. With Xbox games coming to PC and now with Bethesda games coming to Xbox PC platform, I truly think Xbox turned into the best PC game publisher on the market bar none. Let's hope others follow suit and we can see gaming platforms and games open up even more. So far, so good with Xbox and PC. But you know what? I have to say, we didn't see any Sony games on there. And there was a couple releases last year. We had Days Gone released for Sony, and that was a big game. We had Horizon Zero Dawn released, which was a big game, but that was, I think, the year before or the year after. I'm not too sure. And they had Death Stranding released with the director stuff, and that game has been on sale for like $17 from what I've seen on Steam. So it's good to see that Xbox has the franchises, the games that people actually want to play on the PC platform, because that's going to help them push into that platform. And I have to say, it's going to be a whole new endeavor. I love my Xbox Series X and I love my PC. I play on both of them. But I do have to say, when I see a game jump on PC and I can just play it there and then jump over to the Xbox Series X, it makes me feel better that I can buy it there and then jump to the Xbox and play where I was. Cross progression, cross save. It's what Ubisoft is doing with Ubisoft Plus, and that's why they're working with Xbox, because they're already doing it. But enough of what I think about this. Tell me what you think about all this. Are you surprised Xbox dominated Steam this much? Does the narrative of Game Pass hurting sales make people look even more dumb? Will people buy more games because of Xbox Game Pass platform? What was your top game of the year last year? Will Xbox continue to dominate the PC platform like it has? What's your top played game last year, and is it one of these that we saw on the list? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button to support us out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My gamertag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. So right now, I've been playing a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn. I've been playing a lot of Dying Light, and I've been jumping into a lot of stuff like Serious Sam on Game Pass, because you know what? Xbox kind of provides all those games on Game Pass, and I want to check them out. And Serious Sam was one of those games I thought was a little quirky, so I jumped into it, and let me just say, it's derpy, man. That game is so fun. It's janky, but I'm having a lot of fun. You just blow up a bunch of aliens, you run around shooting things. It's like Doom, but not as good. Trust me, Doom is amazing. That game just runs well. The animations are top-notch. It's one of the best games to ever come out. But Serious Sam takes Doom and makes it weird and fun, and you just shoot things around, and you just have fun with it. I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I'm playing it on the PC because it runs a lot better there than it does on the Xbox, unfortunately. But you know what? I got to give the developer some credit. It's a lot of fun. Plus, they encourage you to put cheats in and have fun. So you just put a bunch of stuff in there and you just play in single player and have a good time. So yeah, that's what I've been playing. But let me know where you're playing. Are you playing something on your Xbox, your PS5, or on your PC? Let me know down below, because that's what we're here for. It's to talk games. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching. And until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.